Well, good afternoon, good afternoon, and greetings, and welcome to beautiful, beautiful Barbados and Barbados Journey 246. Today we are seeking, finding, and sharing the beauty and power of nature. That's what our scheme is going to be today. So we're going to be working on from here on in. This is our first stop. We didn't come out earlier on because we've been monitoring the webcams and stuff, and we realized it was getting bigger with the incoming tide, so we didn't rush out. We will be starting. This is our first official broadcast today, whether live or 4K or anything else. This is our first official one. It looks as though that is Mario down there. I think it's Explorer Barbados underneath the trees. If that is you down there, the Casarina, my brother. Good morning to you, or good afternoon to you. All right, so let's give you an idea of where we are. If you have no clue whatsoever of where we are, we're going to give you that information now. This is called Cove Bay. That is the area down here. It's also known as Gaze Cove in all the maps, the original maps. It's known by everyone now as Cove Bay. Pico Tenerife, just around the corner here. We can't see it, but that would be the peak that you would see when you are on the pasture in the lower elevation down there looking up along the east coast, Pico Tenerife. We're sort of like just behind that, but you really can't visually see it from here. But this is a beautiful, beautiful Cove Bay. The lovely thing about here is that you can see the different formations of the actual foundation of the island. A lot of chalk around here as well too, but you can see just above the chalk where the coral stone stuff is. So interesting definitely for sure. All right, whole area normally for cows and sheep and stuff, not as many as they used to be. Very popular for picnic spots at one time. Recently it's just become something for people to come out here for occasionally parking out and relaxing and enjoying the scenery, and also of course some of the off-road tours as well, and also some of the visitors that come here want to see what it's like, which is absolutely beautiful and easy to do it. So if you want to drive out here from Little Bay and you work out onto actually that lower elevation on there you're looking at, very easy to do no matter what vehicle you have, just as long as it's not been raining recently. That would be the problem that you would incur for sure. Otherwise that you should be fine. It's very, very easy going. Just take your time going over there. If you see a big bull though, do not go and challenge it, especially if you're in a red car. Look for a different direction and go down. All right, just beyond that first point you're getting to is called the landlock. Well, that's actually Chuck Point. That's the one where you're seeing the waves breaking on just in the distance here. Slightly to the left of this beautiful swirling finger, right, that is Chuck Point, and that part that goes into the island, goes in considerably actually to the island, is called the landlock. We've done a lot of vlogs out there, so if you look up any of those names, you will be able to see what out there looks like. Some of them were great quality, some were a little bit below quality, but whatever, they're still there if you want to see what that's like. And then if you work our way along the cliff itself, we're seeing these sprays down there, dead center of the camera. See what way it's spraying that now? That is Little Bay. You can actually see one of the little holes, or the hole that goes through into the pool on the other side, barely above it. I don't know if your resolution will allow you to see that, but that is Little Bay. We will be taking down there, letting you see how the swells build, and then we'll be working our way around the north. We have some selected points we want to take you to. Hopefully swell will get up by then, because there are one or two places I really would like to show you. We'll see how that goes, and then we'll be covering other ones along the west coast. All right, so first of all, good afternoon to each and every one of you all. I am, of course, the Beijing Warrior. As you can see, I'm the Locks Beijing Warrior. So, good afternoon to you all. And I have, of course, with me, the person that makes my life so beautiful and makes everything great for me, you know. And whenever I'm feeling a little bit down, she will lift me up. Whenever I feel a little bit too much energy and spurts under my feet, she put on the bridle, put on the reins, and pull back and says, slow it down, Nick. So she is, you all will understand, sort of the foundation of everything that I do at the moment. Of course, we're working towards God. That is the light that we're working towards, and we're doing it together because He has chosen for us to be partners to do so together the rest of our lives. All right, so a swell is coming in. I'm seeing a little bit more north on it than I was hoping to see. In other words, I was hoping to see angles or lines coming from that direction. That would have meant to me that the west coast is really going to get it really big. I don't know, maybe it's getting a good surf. We saw some good surf on the Gibbs webcam, but we didn't get too much big surf there to see. But we did see Mullins had a swell and stuff. We were working our way in that direction, as I said. However, the angle of the swell, I really was hoping it would be a little bit more of a westerly direction. However, it's still right out of the north right now. I was hoping it would be more of a northwesterly direction, but you know, we see how it goes. So first stop, thank you for joining us now. Remember, we're Barbados Journey 246. Hopefully this is clear from on top of here. The resolution looked great. You know, we can only go by a little small screen. We're out standing up in the sunlight. It's a little difficult for Jeannette to tell on her phone exactly what it's like. So we depend on you to let us know if you're seeing any speckly or lower than expected video conditions, so that we can actually monitor ourselves and adjust the suit. All right, before we go though, we're going to start our day. Although we started day this morning from early with Serenity Prayer, we're going to do that with us together now as a group known as Barbados Journey 246. If you'd like to join us now, please do so. All others will be back in a couple of moments' time. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. A big head up to the men that were in this area just now. The guys that showed me fishing they were catching this morning. They were coming up through the fisherman's walkway just above here. It goes right around the Pico Tenerife on the cliff itself, cliff edge. They come up from that area and caught a few small fish and stuff, going home to getting ready for the pot. So thanks again for showing us that, and also for making us feel so happy and comfortable up here when we first came out. Not that we felt uncomfortable, but as you came over and introduced us to the fishing thing, I thought that was just beautiful. All right, in distance there, you see the mill wall. That is the mill wall you will see as you're going into Cove Bay, as you're driving up by the stud farm. Yes, they named it after, I think it's the same Cove stud farm, I believe it is. You'll see that sign on your left, and you'll see the mill wall on your right. You're on the right road for sure. There are various tracks coming in here when you're driving in, so be careful depending on the time of year, the type of rainfall we've been having, etc. would determine on which track is better suited for you. So just look around. There are other options to get to the point out here as you're coming in. There's some just over by the casuarina trees, there's by the homes you're seeing that come around the back, and also some that come direct across the pasture. And if when you're down here, take the opportunity to look at the cliff face as you're leaving here, and also the pasture as well, and you will see a huge coral stone in it, just as you would at High Rock in Bashaba. Remember, all this was a sea cliff at one time that you're seeing here. Now it's elevated. The island has been rising. We're a coral island, and therefore we're rising continuously. And if you look at it, you'll see the same type of rock, and it's not a rock that fell off a hill. It's actually a piece of rock, just like it is in Bashaba, where the weaker matter has been eroded from it and leaving like a mushroom shape. You'll see that as well. And you'll also see numerous caves on the cliffs as well here. I wouldn't venture into them because up in there it can be a little bit secluded, but you can see them as well. You'll be able to see what the actual areas along the coastline would have looked like as you see was coming in, eroding all the cliff areas into caves. But guys, you can see all later on. Remember, it's Barbados Journey 246. If you have not subscribed and turned on notifications, we recommend you do that now. We don't know how many times we'll be coming live. I have stood on one rock here for this entire duration. A rock that's elevated out here in the middle of the pasture, because we got a good signal right here. You go a little bit anywhere direction from here, especially if you're closer down to the cliff or the water section area here, we start to lose signal. So we decided to elevate ourselves and do this broadcast from this rock, because we want to start the day with a live broadcast. So greetings to each and every one of you all. We will be back later on. We will be coming back periodically with lives, because remember, a lot of places that we're going to may not be conducive for live. Where we can get a live, we will do so. Otherwise, we will cover in a 4K resolution for you, or we might do both. It all depends on how big the waves are and how beautiful they are to watch. If you are descending into Bashaba right now, I'm sure Bashaba must be going off. The boil must be going off right now. The wind is light off the back, and the swells are definitely coming in with the angle at Bashaba. Will be super. If you're going into Bashaba now, you're going to be blown away by the lines you're seeing in the ocean. Although it's not huge at the moment, there are big lines across the ocean. It looks absolutely beautiful thing to watch as you're descending. Catch you all later, guys. Remember, we're Barbados Journey 246. I am Nick. My wife is Jeannette. She is the one that keeps all the gives all the trouble. She's the one that never stops talking. I am the quiet person that's very reserved and doesn't say too much. So you will get to know us sooner or later, and you realize I tell you the absolute truth. But here's a set. Let's watch this here in case any surfers are on. We've got a little swell coming around the point here. It's not the size he thought he was going to see when he came out here, of course. But let's see what she's doing here. Definitely got a little line as well. So nothing really of any consequence here going on, but beautiful scenery. We promise to show you the beauty of Barbados through our eyes every opportunity we have, and that's exactly what we're doing. And I hope the resolution is permitting you to see exactly what we are. Beautiful Barbados. Catch you all later, guys. See you for now.